Okay, so I got my gasket. It's the OEM part from Honda, and it has written on there which side's up and which way's down. So go ahead and install it like this, and just be careful not to get any oil on it. I already cleaned everything, so it should be good. Just kind of put it in there. That's it. So next, the cylinder, or I'm gonna put the piston in, then the cylinder, and then the other gasket. One thing you have to remember too is to oil everything. That way you don't mess up anything whenever you get it installed. So go ahead and get this thing in. I already got the piston in there. Everything's clean. So now, without dropping anything, you easily put this down. Got everything in, and then you just kind of push it down. But before that, just make sure you have everything where you want it, because you can't reuse these gaskets. So I'm just gonna double check everything before I push it all the way down, and then I'll go ahead and start with the next step. Clip this in, rag is out, just kind of clean everything. It's carb cleaner or part cleaner, just to be safe. You can never be too careful. And then you just ease this bad boy in the rest of the way. Before you put the clip back in, make sure you put a rag or something in the bottom in case you do drop it. You don't have to split the engine or try to fish it out. So go ahead and do that. It makes life a little bit easier. And install your little clip, and then you can push it down. I already checked everything. I got all the stuff that it needs to have. Got the gasket. There's no oil on it. I'll go ahead and clean it one more time before I put it on there. But for now, I'm gonna go ahead and put this clip so I can take that rag out. Alright, I got the other gasket in. It's facing up. And put this on. Make sure it seats properly. It's completely flat. And you put these two back screws in first, and then you put the washers. I think these 4 have washers, and you do it in a crisscross pattern, and then you do the torque specs, and then you put the final cover in. So I'm gonna go ahead and do that. Here comes the last gasket for your cover, and this only goes in one way. It doesn't have a marking, so just find a way it fits better and put it on. And then make sure these rods just kind of fit in these grooves here. Rest them, and then you put on your final cover. And also just make sure it's at top dead center. And you put this cover in. That way your push rods don't get in the way. So now you just put all the screws back on with the proper washers. And one way that you can tell if the bolts go in the correct place, you notice some are longer than others. They all should hang out about the same distance, even the short ones. So if one of them fits in there too much or not enough, then that means it goes in a different place. So that's one way you can tell if it goes, if you're in the correct place, if this sticks out about the same distance all the way around. And now I'll put the cover on there, check the valve clearances, and the one in the intake, it's 0.15 I believe, and the one for the exhaust is 0.23. In order to check them, you have to make sure it's on top dead center, and you do that by removing the cap that's in the back